Welcome YouTube once again. This is going to be the distance test I'm going to do to verify if 2 kilometers actually meets 2 kilometers within the game. And I'm going to do a comparison with Adventure Sync as well as the Harry Potter game and a local pedometer on the smartphone that's independent of the actual game as a reference. Welcome back YouTube. I have a pedometer I have set up that I had to change over to kilometers versus miles. I'm going to use that, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to test just walking a few steps just to make sure I get 0.1 kilometer, just to verify that it will actually match that distance, so I'll know that this app works. Then once I do that, I'll keep it running, and then I'll bring up Harry Potter as well as Pokemon Go and look at the difference between the two, and I'll show you the results. Alright, see you in a few seconds.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I'll be moving fast.
Okay, first test done. I walked by that pole back there, and that pole was systematically 0.05 kilometers. I walked back here and it came out to 0.18. Now I deviated a little bit because I went out straight and curved. But that pole was exactly 0.05. So if I walk straight, double that, that'll equate to 0.1 kilometers exactly. And I will record this now. Okay, so for this test I'm going to have Pokemon Go with Adventure Sync on, Harry Potter Wizards Unite, and the tracker. Now, those are the only apps I'm going to have actively running on the phone. It's the pedometer step counter. Yeah. Alright, so let me see if I can clear it. Now here is the actual test. I'll record it. It's on the screen, record screen. So this is what I'm using as the benchmark. So let me see if I can clear it. Reset. Okay, so now it's 0. So I'm going to have that running in the background. I don't want to exit. Alright. I'll just keep it running. I won't try to minimize it. I'll just keep it running. I'm going to verify that Pokemon Go is running. Now, this could be a difficulty if I can't actually get into the game. I'll move around a little bit just to get the game access. Once the game comes back up, you'll see it in the recording. I'll just reset to 0, and I'll come back here and then reset to 0 and then start walking. Oh, never mind. Harry Potter came up. Okay. Okay, game's coming back up. First with the portmanteaus. Okay, so Pokemon Go. By the way, happy 3rd anniversary, Pokemon Go.
3rd anniversary, Pokemon Go.
From June 28th to July 6th, a familiar face returns to the party. Once per day, you might have the chance to encounter a Pikachu wearing a party hat. Oh, when you take the snapshot photos. Okay. But this is not a Pokemon Go. Making sure that I have Adventure Sync on. Okay, Adventure Sync is on. You'll see it in the screen recording. And let me just check. Let me just have a benchmark point in Pokemon Go. So currently my buddy is at 1.8 kilometers. So if I get to 2.8 kilometers, that'll be the counter to tell. Also the eggs. Okay, so I have 3 1-kilometer eggs. If I do this correctly and I get 1 kilometer out of this, those 3 eggs should hatch at the same time I get 1 kilometer for Harry Potter's. So first off, I am going to open up the port keys. Okay, perfect. As you see, the middle one is 3.9 kilometers. So I'm going to walk 1 kilometer. I should be able to hit at 4.9, and I'll walk a little extra to clear it. Now I'm going to use the ones to clear out the others first, just so I have room. And then I'll start that. And I will reset, every time I come back here, I will reset the footstep tracker. And I'm recording it so you'll see the accurate results of this. Well, that first test was a bust. Right in the middle of the port key, the game froze, aired out, and I have to force start it. Hopefully I can get back into the game. And what I'm going to do at this point, because the way that I was handling it, I'm going to save the port keys for something else. I'm just going to test the distance. So right now I'm just going to take a look at that one. Okay, I'm going to test where it says 3.9. I'm not going to open any of them. I'm just going to see if I can clear that. As this is recording, I'm going to reset. As you can tell, I walked around a little bit. And I'm going to walk exactly 1 kilometer. And I want to see if it registers that in the game. I'm going to just double check Pokemon Go just to make sure. Okay. Still says 1.8 for Pokemon. Let me take a look at the eggs. Because the eggs were at 0. And they're still at 0. Yep, they're still at 0. Okay. So both games are running. And I'm going to use the actual step to actually walk exactly 1 kilometer. And then I'll go back, because I know this will be accurate, I'll go back to the 2 games and see if it'll update. And I'll actually wait, once I switch back to the game, wait for 5 minutes to see if it'll update. But we will be quantitatively know how much 1 kilometer of actual walking will equate to Harry Potter and Pokemon Go. So we'll know how much you'll actually have to walk to hatch the eggs and or open up the port keys. So here we go, here's the start. I'm just gonna go this way. Okay, starting now. So far so good. I couldn't find any closer. 0.25. Let's keep going. By the way, folks, stay hydrated. This is a little more laborious. It'd be a lot better if it wasn't like 95 degrees out. Almost there, and it's getting cloudy because it's gonna rain soon. Okay, at 13:34, it was exactly 1 kilometer, 1.01. Now I'm going to switch over to game and let's see how it looks. Still says 1.8. Now I'm going to give it a few minutes because I know, as I said before, it takes a while for the game to update. And I'll check Harry Potter. Let's see. Okay, I'll close out of the game and restart it. All the way out. Actually, I'll close both. I'm not going to force quit out of it. I'm just going to close it and reopen it. Because I have seen issues where it just locks up on the update until you actually restart it and it just kicks the distance. Or you can wait 5-10 minutes. Alright, let's start that. Oh, someone's playing a little practice tennis. Oh, check out the clouds. It's kind of wicked looking. Okay, Harry Potter, start up, stay safe, confirm, blah blah. Alright, now, port keys. Yes. Still says 3.9 kilometers, but I'm going to wait. Actually, while I'm waiting, I'm going to use one just to give it some time. Now that it's a little bit darker, I should be able to see it. I'm going to use a brain elixir on these next ones. And I am factoring about 0.05. But let's just take a look actually. See, it still says 3.9. Now, by the time I actually get into the car, it should give me a complete 5. So I'm going to use this now. Okay, I should have gotten a 0.05 extra. Don't mind the wind, it's dark. And just to verify, I will go to the step tracker. Alright, so it's 0.02. Not that much of a difference. So it shouldn't adversely affect my results on this. And that's from all the small walkings for the Portkeys menus. So it should equal the 4.9 once it registers. Now, I'm not sure why Pokemon Go stopped. Still hasn't updated yet, so I'm going to give it a good 5 minutes. And while I'm doing that, I might as well just catch the confoundables. So I've had to restart the game from doing these Portkeys twice. And I think I have about like another 5-10 minutes before, so I need to get this needs to update quick. It's been a few minutes, but I'm going to try to capture the ones, and by the time I finish capturing or clearing these things out. Alright, got that. Yeah, might as well do it there. Get my energies. Okay, time to check the Portkeys. Still has 3.9 on it. I got a key, so I'll do the 10-kilometer one. I'm gonna have to wait. Now I'm gonna measure the distance. I'm gonna go into my car because I don't want to be caught in the thunder and the rain. So what I'll do is in this recording, I will collect experience points, then show the foot tracker on there so you know how much distance from here to the car, and then tack that on to the exact 1 kilometer. It'll actually show you the sum total because I didn't clear it or reset it, so you'll know the exact distance I did for this test and how much you should tack on to both Pokemon Go and Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Remember, I will throw this on for giggles so you'll see the difference. I want to make this, I checked the accuracy of this and it felt like it was pacing well with the device and the game. So this foot tracker is definitely an accurate representation. So far, we'll quantitate the results once I get back in the car. By the way, just one quick look at the sky. Pretty cool looking, isn't it? Look at the shadows on my face. Some people will try to spend hours on fancy editing to get these kind of mood effects, but you can't beat this. Made it back into the car. For a moment there, I seriously thought I was going to be caught in the massive thunderstorm. I mean, it's so dark out, but fortunately, it was kind to me. So, now I'm in the car. Let's see what the distance is that it took to get to the car. Okay. All right, now I'm settled in the car. Everything's copacetic. Okay. It updated. Let's see. It says 4 kilometers. Doesn't say 4.9, which it should be. Remember, it's 3.9. It says 4 kilometers. Now, you saw me walk. It only registered 0.1 kilometers. Even if I actually had the game active instead of passively running, from where I was recording to here, with the minus 0.04 differential for me walking around, I had 0.21 kilometers from that last location to the car was the distance I had while playing the game, actively playing the game. So the foot tracker had collected 0.21 kilometers of distance from when I actually had the game over there playing it full, going catching things, actively playing the game as you saw, to here, versus just 0.1 kilometer actual game. So we definitely know that there's a distance barrier. Now let's just check Pokemon Go, because there should have been enough time for it to update. Still says 1.83 or 1.8. And I bet you anything the eggs are going to say, yeah. So let's just give it another 5 minutes or so. Just sitting still, not even doing anything. Actually, let me go back to Harry Potter and just sit and wait. Just wait like 5 minutes.
5 minutes later.
I'm impatient. I'm going to walk just around this local car area just to I'll keep the tracker recorded so you'll see the difference. But this time I'm going to just keep actively playing Harry Potter and see if he'll attack on even 0.1 to this. So that's going to be, so we already know that Harry Potter fails miserably in the tracking distance. Let's see while I'm still playing the game if it'll keep trying to track it or not. Test result number 3. I walked an additional distance of, as you saw, I said 1.25 and now has 1.56. So it was a difference of 0.251 kilometers. Now, as I was playing the game, 2.51. So it should have rounded up to 3 because I already had 0.1 on here plus whatever change it was. So it should have rounded up to 3. It didn't. Right now we're still sitting at 4.3 kilometers, where it should be, at least from this one little section when I was walking, it should be 4.5, I believe, at this point. Plus all the distance that it didn't record at all from the initial test. I did notice one other thing. It delayed a lot between 2 points on the map where I was walking for quite a distance. Now the only thing that's really in the sky is a little bit cloudy, but internet service is fine, the signal strength is fine, I don't see any issues. But then when I went into the inn, it skipped ahead. Now it didn't fast forward over like in Pokemon Go where it runs immediately, but it did calculate some of the distance, but it didn't calculate all the distance. So there we have it. We now know that you cannot have the game in the background running or toggling between Pokemon Go or Harry Potter for you to record a distance. And even when you have the game actively running, actively playing it, it's a reduced amount of distance from actual distance traveled to the actual record distance in the game. So that it is broken. Okay, well, I'll put up all the statistics in the description and like on a little sheet at the end of this video. So there you have it. There's the math. I did this for you guys. Now, I don't think Pokemon Go and Harry Potter would have affected each other because It's just passive data that is obtaining from the phone that's being transferred over the game. Like, I don't believe that there's a transfer of information between Pokemon Go and Harry Potter Wizards Unite, but I don't know. I don't know if they're transferring data amongst themselves, because technically they're both owned by Niantic and they could communicate with each other, but I don't see what a benefit would be for that in any. It's almost like if Pokemon Go was talking Ingress. I don't see how that data would be relevant, except for maybe measuring, like maybe like a latency measure. But even then, you wouldn't track distance for doing that. You would just do like a data telemetry to test it. So I don't know if there would be any use for that. And I'm going to get out of Pokemon Go. By the way, this Saturday, Harry Potter will have its first event. I just got the notification in here. It's an SOS event. So you have it here, folks. I'll throw this video up today because it's supposed to be a today video. I'm going to upload part 2 of day 4 and sometime later on. No rush. It's my trip to New York, so it's going to be older than this, obviously, but I got it done. I just need to upload it. I'll upload this first, so we have the video and the data available to you as soon as possible, and then I'll upload that maybe tomorrow. New York was just gameplay, but this is a quantitative test that should be useful for anybody that watches this. Welcome, Wolfpack, once again. Okay, a little addendum to the final test results of the game test and the distance test, as well as a new event that's going on tomorrow, or technically today, later on today. Hopefully you'll be able to see this before the event, but you should get notifications on this, about this, through either Twitter or just word of mouth. Anyways, test results number 1. From the fence in a linear direction with the game in passive mode, which means I wasn't actively playing, but it was still running. And the tracker, foot tracker, was the active app that was running. No quantitative results, 0 distance in both Pokemon Go and Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Now, I know the caveat that there is currently a problem with Adventure Sync with Pokemon Go, so it didn't register any distance at all, which I find it very surprising. Test 2 results. Linear travel distance from the fence to the car with active gameplay in the forefront of the app. 0.21 kilometer distance traveled from the fence to the car, but only 0.1 distance recorded in Harry Potter Wizards Unite. 0 distance in Pokemon Go. Test 3. Circular travel motion from car around with active gameplay. It was a 0.31 distance traveled. As far as calculated results from the Portkey, it went from 4 to 4.3, and I'm assuming it took the 0.01, but I couldn't verify that because it didn't have that results from the game, but it did register to 0.3. The only difference between the linear gameplay and the circular gameplay was just that linear is from point A to point B. The circular gameplay was in circular motion around the car. Again, no changes in Pokemon Go. Now, all this time, Pokemon Go was always in the background. It wasn't active. And I did do a test later when I was having active gameplay in another location later on in the day. And it did calculate results when I had active gameplay running for Pokemon Go. But this is Harry Potter's. So I just want to state that there is distance being calculated in Pokemon Go, but it has to be active. And the other news is tomorrow, the threat level is rising. Be prepared to grab your wand and help the SOS task force contain a flare-up of foundables tomorrow or today, depending on where you're watching this. For a limited time, inns will provide extra spell energy, and care of magical creatures traces will award additional family XP. So magical creatures traces. So for tomorrow, the Asia Pacific's from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. AEST or UTC plus 10. Europe, Middle East, Africa, and India from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. UTC, so general Europe time or England time. And the Americas and Greenland, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time UTC -7. Now that's Pacific Daylight Time. That has to be translated to, let's see, there's a 3-hour distance from us, so it'll be from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, if I got that correctly. 7, 6, 5. Yeah. So I'll double check that. But there you have it. So tomorrow or today, Saturday, is basically a magical creatures trace event. So go out there and tell me your results. Tell me what you think. If you find anything special, anything rare, show me your pictures. If you join the Discord, show me pictures of all the different fragments that you've gotten and your collectibles, and see how far you've gotten. Anyways, thank you for joining me. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, comment, and if you find this helpful, please get other people to subscribe, as I'm going to be doing more important technical stuff about the game, as well as informative and some tips and tricks. The next video I have up, although tomorrow I'm probably going to do a live stream, but the next informative video I'm going to have is the different professions and what you should be really focusing on versus, should I fill everything out first? Should I just mainstream to get the end result ones, or half and half? Do I get one from one school and the other another school? I get it all into that in that video. It's already done. I just have to upload. Have a wonderful, beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
Night.